Welcome back to Internet, guys. It's time for another anime first impression video. Welcome once again. This one was surprisingly way better than I expected. I honestly thought it was going to be just another old anime about, it was about stuff that not too much care about, but it was actually decent. The name of the anime itself is Bartender, Glass of God. You guys can find one episode out right now in Crunchyroll. It is a drinking series. They don't drink per se the entire time, but it's about them finding a good bartender for their hotel. So the anime itself, very much like sport animes and club animes, they focus a lot on the attribute they want to base their anime on. So having that in mind, before anything else, guys, if you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm trying my best to watch and release as they come out. This one aired today, so I'll be releasing some other stuff tomorrow morning, and then from there I don't have anything else scheduled, so I'm waiting to see as stuff releases. I think this is the only one that released today, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to react to this one, to be honest, but I don't know what I will react on Wednesday. I have nothing planned out yet, so thank you guys again, and let's talk about it. So, Bartender, God tier, I guess it's called, or no, Glass of God. Follows the story of two girls who are working for a hotel, and this hotel leader really wants the best bartender. And basically it starts off with him giving him three men the test that he himself has created to determine if a bartender is worthwhile hiring. Well, the first one, I believe, serves a martini. I think it's he lets them know, like, okay, what will you serve me? And he goes with a martini, and they let him know that martini would actually be a bad choice because the bartender himself doesn't know right off the bat if the person has eaten or not. So what if the person has not eaten? Well, they might actually end up hurting themselves, right? Or getting drunk, or wouldn't be good for the client. Secondly, they go over the next drink, which is a grasshopper, and it is a specific drink that I actually have heard of, but have never tried myself. But essentially, I believe, from what I understood, it's two liqueurs, and they're not supposed to mix. And the guy, by accident, mixes them, and he tries to justify being like, hey, that's a hard drink, not everyone orders it. And he's like, well, we're gonna have people from all over the places here in this hotel, so we have to be able to be on our feet and be able to serve drinks that maybe we're not used to serving the day by day. So he fails as well. The third one is I don't remember his name, but I'm just gonna say he's like Salt Bay. I think not every industry, but when it comes to like the food industry, there's always that one guy who does it more for show and less for the actual art of, actually having the food made and all that. So I do believe that this one was kind of a joke, but one of the characters is screaming and saying that she's a big fan of him and that she really wanted him to try out and hopefully win, which obviously he doesn't even come close to winning the trial. So for 70 to 60% of the rest of the episode, it's them looking for a bartender, and they keep bumping into this kind of airheaded dude who, at first, they find him in the park. He doesn't know how to answer a call on the phone. Then he forgets his book, and they see him at a restaurant, and that's when they find out that he's also a bartender. But they don't approach him because he's a little ditzy. Like he acts like he doesn't know what his right and left arm is. Like he's very much doesn't seem like he's all there. So because of that, they choose not to ask him to take the test. And then once they're about to give up, one of their core workers lets them know that they have a special gig or special intel on a bartender who opens at weird hours. It's in a weird location, and it's, oddly enough, he's hard to find and get. And but he's very, very good. So ends up being this ditzy guy, but he looks completely different behind the bar. He actually is very much professional. And yeah, I mean, the whole entire scene of him there with the girls are already giving up on him, but he does everything right. Like when they ask him to choose a drink for them, he doesn't go for the martini, and he explains that he noticed that the co-worker seems hungry, so on and so forth. There's another guy there in the bar who orders the grasshopper, and he makes the grasshopper, and it looks right off the bat like it's good. So then the last test is a girl who asks him to basically give him what he recommends. And this is a hard thing for bartenders because if you don't know your client, you don't know their taste, anything like that, it's very hard to know what to recommend. There's just so many things out there. So he makes her is it a highball, I think, or something like that, is a very common drink, and she is almost insulted when he's done with the drink. But when she tries the drink, oh my gosh, she is completely amazed of the flavor, and he explains this technique of ice, of how he himself prepared ice days before so that the ice itself will help the drink stay mixed and have a good flavor. He also talks about how he noticed that she is overworked and all that, and something more simplistic would go for her, other than a complex drink that maybe might not be to her taste. So she is obviously head over heels, and they go and follow the report, and I think that's the end of the episode. He doesn't really take the test in this episode, but they're gonna basically promote him to their boss as the bartender for the hotel. So yeah, the anime itself, like I said, surrounds itself on alcohol, so I don't recommend it for kids at all. And you know, if you're under 21 as well, just because you know, you shouldn't be drinking under 21 anyways here in the U.S. So, but if you are into alcohol and you're a connoisseur on that, then go for it. It's not my cup of tea, but it really hit a like. I'm a knowledge dude, and stuff anime like this really hit my string, my curiosity string, because it makes me wonder how things actually are, stuff like that. So I've watched volleyball, I've watched baseball and all this stuff just so I can learn how it works, not so much because I want to play the sport or even interact with the sport, but just want to be on the nail. So this one's definitely one of those, so go check it out if you want. It is on Crunchyroll, one episode out. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I'm going to give this one a 6.5 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think, and like always guys, don't be strangers. See you guys.